Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews. This is going to be my review of the Braxton Family Values Season 7, Episode 3, Third Time's a Charm. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some food first, but let's get into it.
He's looking so...
So we're at the baby's wedding. I had no clue that was Judge Maybelline. I do not like that shade of blonde against her skin tone. I just don't. It's too yellow. Maybe an ashy blonde, maybe a warmer honey blonde, but that bright, brassy yellow blonde on Judge Maybelline with them red lips it's not cute. That's not. But that's not even about the fucking... Let's go. So they doing the vows, right? And he said, I promise to express all my feelings. And he's like, all of them? I gotta express all of them? Yes, sir. All your feelings, bruh. All of them. All. Pause. Who wrote these damn vows? Who wrote them? She said, I promise to put you first above all others. However, what the fuck you mean, however? Talk about I'll keep your family in mind. No, the fuck I won't. It's me and you to the... No. Look at his face. No. Absolutely not. So, we talk about the vows for a second? So, he got the caveat to keep her first above all others and keep her family in consideration. She didn't have that caveat thrown onto her vows. And then Judge Maybelline at the end said, you've both done this before. Let this be your last time. Hold the fuck on. Who is you talking to? When I get married again, I wish a motherfucker would, at the end of my vow, say, you both done this again. Let this be your last time. Bitch, what? Rude motherfucker. So Tracy Daddy is singing to her. Shout out for Tracy trying to come save it. She didn't, but shout out for her wanting to try and save it.
When my dad was singing Unforgettable.
Alright, so things are starting to take a left turn at the reception. After Daddy tried to sing Bless His Heart. And Tracy came up there to help Daddy out, which really wasn't much help because it was not good. When Tracy came to sit down, one messy cousin went up to her and was like, your sisters were laughing at you while you were up there singing with your daddy, which immediately triggers her because their family dynamic has always been she's the one that's belittled by the rest of the sisters. She's always less than. And so now that's causing a ripple effect and shit is about to pop off. Okay, I wonder if they're going to show the cake again. I really want y'all to see how very plain this cake. She's so gorgeous. Oh my God. She's so very beautiful. But that cake for $2,800. They couldn't even put no fake roses on it. No fake adornments. Nothing. Just some white icing and some white swirls. And $2,800 later, boom, you got a cake. Baby, that cake better taste like Jesus made it. That's what I know. And let's rewind to the Tracy debacle. So Tracy says, I didn't want to cause a scene. So I got up and I removed myself and I went to the back where Trina got dressed. And of course, all of her sisters followed her back there. Like, I'm trying to get away from you niggas. Oh my God. Leave her alone. She can't even get away from y'all without y'all coming to see what's wrong. I don't want to talk to y'all right now. I just don't. Okay, pause before we get into this conversation. So, Trina and the other one, the one with the boyfriend that Tracy doesn't like, I can't think of her name. I don't know. I'm calling her Tamika now. Her name is now Tamika. So, Trina and her are sitting down. She invited her over for cocktails after the wedding. And she tells her what happened is that there was an altercation between Tamar and Tracy because of their cousin who was running around telling stories on them about them laughing at her. And Trina said it's very insightful. She's like, I can understand why Tracy got up as upset as she did, because when it comes to your family and the people who are supposed to ride for you the most, and they're the ones who are dogging you out, it can be extraordinarily hurtful. So I can understand how she felt the way she did. And she said, our family is a very much a we can dish it, but we can't take it kind of people. And she was like, so I can't take this. So I am getting out the kitchen before it gets hot. She's like, I don't even care. It was my wedding. The purpose was for me to get married, and that's what happened. And I was happy with it. And that's just where I'm going to leave it. And now brother and daddy is Tracy is on her way to meet them, I guess, for lunch. We're going to see what happens. Pause. Okay, so I did not expect to get into my feelings about this, but we're here now. So I would just like to say that you can physically see the grief radiating off of Tracy. Like, she's trying to manage it and hold it in, but it's literally like a force field coming off of her. There's an energy coming off. And I recognize that it's grief. And she's grieving the loss of her niece like it's the loss of one of her own children. And it's a lot. It's a whole lot. Her daddy and brother see that she's holding things in and she's going to snap. If she doesn't talk to someone and manage it and is able to cope, get some coping skills to get her through this, it is going to take her under. I feel like when she talks, it always sounds like she's inebriated. But I'm new to the situation, so it could just be that's how she always sounded. But something's got to be done. There needs to be some type of intervention. She needs to go sit on someone's couch. She needs love, kindness, and compassion at this point, because she is very fragile. Like, one wrong thing could shatter her completely and she won't be able to recover. That is what she's giving me, and I don't know that her sisters see that. Okay, pause. Pause, because we're going to commercial break. So, like I said, she was with her dad and her brother, and they both have a conversation because they see that something is going left with her. And he, at the end, as daddies like to do, they want to bring it to a lighter place. He was like, "Don't tell your sisters, but you my favorite. You the one that I love the most." And I just want to say, even though daddy was trying to make light of the situation, that is powerful, especially when you always feel like you're the least and no one ever chooses you and you are never seen. For one of your parents to be like, but you're my favorite. That's powerful. And that can bolster your feelings of inadequacies, your chips in your self-esteem, stuff like that. That it can be invaluable when you always feel unseen and the least loved and the last picked or the non-picked, like no one ever chooses you as the person. So shout out to daddy, even though sometimes I think you ain't shit. Shout out to you for that, sir. Pause. All right, so luckily the camera's not on my face, so you can't see me actually in tears. So Tracy goes to see this psychiatrist, and really getting to talk to someone about what's going on with her and her feelings and her grief in losing this child, and how she feels isolated because she used to talk to her brother twice a week. It was his daughter who died, and she says she's trying not to be selfish because it's his actual child that he lost, even though it feels like she lost her child as well. she doesn't want to be selfish and impose her grief onto her brother, and she's trying to be strong with him, but she can't because she's tore down. Okay, pause. Okay, so Tamar. Okay, so, Tracy was in an active breakdown. The lady who talked her through it, she's working on it. She's going to continue to see the lady and get a breakthrough. She did acknowledge that if she wasn't in the throes of grief, then she wouldn't have been as sensitive to what happened at the wedding, and she wouldn't have popped off the way she did. Now, I really want to talk about Tamar and her face. And it's not even the eyebrows for me, because I know eyebrows are sisters. They're never twins. You're never going to get them to be perfect as symmetrically right. It's just not going to happen. Jesus, I sneezed so hard my back started hurting. Golly. It's the contour for me. It's the over bronzing why is it? Now, I am no makeup artist by trade or any other stretch of the imagination. I am a makeup addict, enthusiast, however you would like to take it. I don't have an issue with her lashes. I don't have an issue with her eyeshadow. It is the contouring and how dark her bronze contour situation is in regards to her forehead. I know it's supposed to create a shadow, but this is like the dark. What is, daughter? How unblended? Ma'am, I love you. This is not it. Who did this to you? Did you do this yourself? Who did this to you? Wait a minute. So, they have a full-blown apartment downstairs in their home. So they have Miss Evelyn staying with them. She has her own entrance, her own kitchen, her own bathroom. She don't even have to come upstairs if she don't want to impede on their newlywedness. But Miss Evelyn, of course, is an old school woman. She cooks breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So she's cooking all these foods. And Vaughn is appreciating his mother-in-law. And Miss Evans like, well, he likes my cooking. I don't know what to tell you. Trina, she was like, this could become a problem. I need you to turn it down. Because I'm trying to have a husband. I need a stepdaddy, not a step-husband. Don't try and steal my man with your cooking. And Vaughn's simple ass, he done packed up some of the stuff from breakfast to take with him to work. And he's like, Trina, you could learn something from this. Pause. I don't like Tony. I don't like her. This is ridiculous, bro. Just said this. Do you think she's still grieving? She's still grieving over Lauren? Go to hell. Pause for a second. So I'm really trying to listen to what they're saying, because they're talking about Tamar almost committing suicide. But when Tony is talking, I can't hear her because this is all I hear. What is happening? Daughter. Is this a part of her lupus? That she experiences hair loss? Is that what that is? And I know she knows plethora of stylists that can make this better for her. Okay, I'm gonna go back from my petty moment. Okay, that's the end of that episode. Let's go to my final. Okay, so this episode was a lot. It was super emotional. I was in my feelings for a good portion of it, and it was super long. I was petty at the end, and maybe I should have been more focused on them talking about their feelings about what happened when Tamar committed suicide and how they wanted to be by her side and they couldn't get in because of Corona, and it was a whole lot of. I would just like to say, Tracy, you are loved, you are seen, you are heard, you are important. It may not mean anything coming from me because I'm not one of the sisters, but I feel like it's my spirit man says just to say that so she hears. She may never see this, but I'm putting that in the atmosphere. Yeah, that's all I got for this particular episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kin, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.